Another question.
Yeah.
David is a very good swimmer. We are met on the lake, on the Michigan Lake, and
Good.
David liked cold water and he swam a lot. I was swimmer too, but David is and we are met there 2 years ago. And why you like to swim in Michigan Lake? What is?
It's well, I mean, I think that, you know, I'm in Chicago because I've lived in other parts where there was less economy, so Chicago has good economy, can be a busy place, so in terms of providing for those material necessities, it's a better place for me to be, so I'm pleased to be here, very pleased, very thankful for that, but, no, not but, that's not the right word, I'm always looking for a new word for other, you know, anyway, yeah, the city of Chicago is a dynamo, or a dynamo.
Dynamo.
A dynamo.
Oh, it's me.
It's a concession to the Russians, you see.
Mhm.
Because, okay, the dynamo, it's a dynamo of economy, which is fantastic. But what I like is that we live close by the lake, both of us live close by the lake. In fact, I live approximately 300 meters from Lake Michigan. And I walk there every night in my life and have done for 8 years. And walk down the edge for a half mile from Tui to Pratt, and then further south to North Shore where I live. But anyway, and it never ceases to amaze me that there's approximately around about 9 to 10 million humans living in a half moon of that dynamo of economy, and you can hear it. It never leaves you. But if you go to the shores of Lake Michigan at certain times of the day, or you will hear the lake rather than the dynamo of economy, which is Chicago, and this is very important for me. And if you get into the water, which I did for 5 months of this year, you can get even further away from it, and all you can hear is water, so the sound of nature. You know, it's a kind of compare and contrasting. I quite like to hear the city, to think of all that economy and the hubbub and the activity of people. It's very important. Protects you, of course, and but then, boy, the joy of just managing to go just offshore and here. I mean, you know, on certain days, Sergey would let you know that I'll go in all weathers. So I like days when the weather is, when the wave is large and the wind is whipping across.
Look at Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. But I mean, you know, so it's tumultuous, and you know, the sound out there is
Something
just
moving.
like turbulence. But the sound, you know, and so I think what happens is that there's the water, there's the temperature, there's the friction, and there's the sound, and I think at that point, you know, the diminishment of the kind of rigidity, the stasis of the corporal self is diminished considerably. So you become, you know, you become. Well, I mean, you know, I think it's correct to say that a large part of the constituent of a human form is water anyway. So when you really do, you become as water almost. It's an extraordinary experience, and yeah, that's.
It's very.
I mean, I just.
And now you are a little bit in depression because you can swim, no, or.
I mean, you know, my depression improves. I think, you know, I can find a way to depress myself and choose depression rather than otherwise. You know, I've always been good at that. It can come with some Scottish character. It certainly comes with mine. But no, I'm not actually that bad, because I think that I would prefer to be able to swim, but it's too cold to swim. But I think that I go out and
I saw yesterday, not yesterday, one lady. She swam.
Yeah. Was she in for long?
You know her. You know her?
Is she the one with the shaved head?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
What's your name?
I don't know her name actually. She's nicknamed the Iron Lady by Bobby, by Serbian Bobby, by Belgrade Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's tough. She's a tough.
She's more tough than you.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe so. I mean, she really is she's a tough lady. I mean,
She doesn't swim, she just
No,
stays.
she submerges, that's right. She just absorbs there. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Fantastic. Now it's a very cold water and she's every year.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, we admire her down at the beach. We're like, well, that lady's tough. I mean, like when she does her, what do you call it, the board, paddle boarding. I mean, she's the toughest of the paddle boarders. I mean, you know, no matter what the weather is, she goes out and she's wrestling.
Maybe I want
making it.
someday to make interview with her. Or
Oh, that would be
it
great.
will be-
Yeah, no, that
maybe
would be.
she's.
No.
I like to make interview with interesting person of Chicago
Yeah,
and to make some video, maybe with our German friend
Ansgar.
Ansgar,
I think that would be
maybe,
good.
and put some video with
Ansgar, get up.
some people, maybe with our neighbor. I have a good neighbor, a lady from Bulgaria,
Yeah, yeah.
and her husband, he's Afro-American. It's very interesting. And just, I like to talk with different people. But I'm not, because I'm very shy, but I like to make video with interesting person who can speak good English and understandable. So,
Well, I don't know if it's understandable.
well, not understandable, because first time I didn't understand you at all. But now it's step by step.
Just getting used to it, yes. Getting acquainted with the form,
Yes.
or the forum. Depends on how you pronounce it, doesn't it?
I want to make video with you maybe once a week.
Once
Or
a week.
two times a week, two times a month. Just
Right.
different, and look like David, what do you think about? And
I mean,
I like your English.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would be happy to do it. I mean, I always there was a show that I became aware of when I was a little bit older, Alistair Cook, Letters from America, and I always thought that I could convince British Broadcasting to,
Yes,
to,
yes,
to have
maybe
me do a sort of something similar. But you know, I'm no Alistair Cook, and you know, I don't have a platform with the BBC. But you know, like yeah, I mean, I think it's not because of me, but yeah, it'd be interesting to have perspectives not just from me, but just from people.
Yes,
Why
maybe
not?
about, because maybe some British look you this video, maybe.
Well, I mean, to say is like, I mean, how would I know, or how would you know, or how would any one of us know, you know, what is it we would, I mean, to determine what it is we would hope to know. I mean, why?
Because
Why is it somebody's determined? You know, David, you need to know this. Okay, good. And I listen and I find it amusing that I mean, there's every day there are certain stories.
With stories, it's Scotland in Chicago. Scotland, David from Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
You are from Aberdeen.
Yeah, I just still can't get used to this. I think I almost feels better to say from Aberdeen than Scotland. Scotland, just in being Scottish. Scottish, you see that?
It's in Russian, Scottish. Scot, it looks like not so
Scot.
good word.
Not so good?
Not so good, but it looks like
What?
Scott. Maybe next time I.
It's,
But we know Walter Scott, of course.
Walter
He's a
Scott,
good
yeah.
writer.
He maybe formed the image of the Scots, I
Yeah.
believe. I think it's what happened.
Thank you very much. Maybe first time it's enough.
Good.
It was
We can maybe
David.
say a
It
final
was
word.
David.
Maybe I can say a final word about Walter Scott. Oh,
Bye.
okay.